but your life does not. Oh my God. Oh my God.
Subscribers, your video is ready. Hello, LGBTQ plus DL men, women who secretly love us and support us. And if you don't identify with any of those labels, you're still free to do what? Subscribe to the channel. And that's how I'm here having a little lamb and the 3 little foxes or the 3 little bears and whatevers and whatnots. Anyway, as you can see, it's a mukbang and we're going to get into it. I think that this is like my first official mukbang.
Look at her.
As you can see, I grilled, and so now I'm enjoying it. I think that I may need, like, if I ever do like a mukbang, like, you know, for like if I ever do a mukbang, like, you know, if it ever becomes popular, I think that, especially on this channel, because I speak about being a medium, I think what if I do like mukbangs and speak about things that I'm receiving and kind of like spiritual knowledge that I have, I think I can do that too. But I always talk about how, like, people that do mukbangs, right, or people that do food reviews, how they often can remain slim or not as big. Now, there are some of them that gain weight. Oh, I almost forgot to show you what we have, but if you watched the video earlier, then you would know that what all is here. We have some weenies, some hamburgers, and it kind of looks burned, but I think that if y'all seen that fire, watch the video before because it'll show you, girl. It'll show you. And Roger Wood sausages, chicken, and I shared some of this with my great aunt, even though she ain't try to ask me that I had ate on Sunday. Anyway, helpful, and some pork steak, some Boston butt pork steak. Now, some people say that if you gotta use sauce on your food, then that means it's dry. But even if I have like juicy food, I kind of still I'm gonna put sauce on it sometimes. I hadn't grilled food in a while, so normally I think the food would be juicier. But at least I know for next time. And that was my first time cooking on that grill, well, that smoker. So, Boston butt pork steak. And I said in the video that I was planning on considering vegan food again. And at least if I don't like go completely vegan, like for a long period of time, I think that I will try to manage my weight first before I continue doing something like a mukbang and speaking about spiritual things and things like that. Some people have like mics when they do this, because I know some people like to hear the like ASMR. Or maybe I should stop talking until I remember something. Oh, so you probably have seen that the Baltimore Bridge was crashed into by a shipping container. And I know some people may think, aren't you a medium? If you're a medium, why come you didn't say, oh, how come you didn't say something like that was going to happen? I think that as a medium, sometimes sometimes we are perceived that we're going to know everything that happens in the world, and it can be like that. But I think sometimes too, we receive signs, and they may be signs to pointing to things. You know how I said that words are like a way to manifest, right? By the way, drinking water. How many of you know that song, Bridge Over Troubled Water by Tori Kelly? Do y'all get what I'm trying to say? How many of y'all think like that? Y'all remember when Beyonce, she had something about ice. It was something about ice. She was delivering shoes, or it was around the time when she started things with Ivy Park, right? And then out of nowhere, Texas had that ice over this town or something like that. Anyway, sometimes that's why I'm like, especially like with a person that is popular, and when there are more than one person helping to manifest an idea, things manifest faster, and that can be larger than what you maybe what you have planned. I mean, think about how popular that song, or the song Bridge Over Troubled Water, and how many people have been doing the riff challenge. Over a bridge, like a bridge. Oh. Anyway, you know what I'm saying? Over like a bridge. Troubled waters, I will lay me down. Lay me down. I will lay me down. Something like that. It was like a viral riff, and people were doing the riff. And think about how many people had did it, right? So So I realized I have some sauce. I can add some sauce. I'll probably add it to this burger patty. When I'm speaking about manifestations, I think that a lot of times when I think about aligning with truth, I think about certain things like how, say for example, if there's food that is expired, right? And even though you've kept it in the freezer, and a lot of people think that even if you keep the food in the freezer, like say if it's expired like a couple days, or it has been expired a couple days, like say if, like for example, the weenies, if they were expired for a couple of days and then you took them out of the freezer and cooked them, would a person like get sick like because they are expired? Like, granted, people don't think like they get sick, right? They don't think that they get sick from doing things like that, but like I just think about how there are people that have minor lies, people that lie by accident. It is so easy to do. And I think about how does the universe like forgive, or is there like instant forgiveness or something? I'm trying to think about what I'm trying to say. Alright. But that beef patty was dry as hell. Had to do it. But I think about how just you can get none by run, baby, bye. I can get the real love all your time. I just need your heart to how leniency works. I guess if that's even a thing within the universe. Cause if you wanna stay, then I'll play. You playing with my you playing with my I also think about how if any other medium has ever watched my channel, I kind of got like this bright feeling of like yeses. So I know that mediums watch my channel, but I've kind of wondered, do they watch it and when they realize that I maybe have said something that maybe is, I wouldn't say misaligned, right? But I want to do that question like, oh, does he know that Or does he hear the sign that his higher self is saying to him in his videos? And I think that I always am experiencing like signs from the universe, or when I say something that is maybe incorrect, like I'm aware of it while it's happening. I'm aware of the signs that I'm receiving while I'm maybe expressing signs to the viewer of the video. So yeah.
Your heart, I better find your loving. I better find your heart. I better find your loving. I better find your heart. I better if I give all my love, then nothing's gonna tear us apart.
If I already had all the food that I cooked on this, it'd be so much more filled with, like, so much more food. And honestly, I know some people, like, they rather their food be like burned and cooked rather than like undercooked. But I know what to do next time to ensure that there's less dryness probably to the food, I guess you can say. Or overcooked food on the grill. You know, like how I look like, or I wouldn't say I look like the character from X-Men, but with hair, right? Especially with locks. Locks can capture a scent, and it'll be in the locks for a long period of time, especially like with smoke. I can't, like, girl, it's a no. When you lay in the bed and your hair like get over there, you smell it, you be like, it's just a smell that's just like, get it out. That Bridge Over Troubled Water song is like, I keep hearing it. Lay me down, oh, something very important to talk about here in a second is the YouTube being monetized and gifting a subscriber. I just started eating. And I was planning on stopping so I could talk for a second. If you're tuned in right now in this part of the video, and you are aware that there's going to be a gifting from the channel, comment in a emoji so that I am aware that, well, so that I just know that there are people that are interested in this gifting that is going to happen. Now, I had become aware that there was like a criteria to meet, like a certain amount of like money that had to be made for the after the partnership with YouTube. There had to be the revenue had to meet like a $100 requirement so that there could be a payout or something of that sort, right? And so now that I'm sure that that has happened with the amount of views that I have received within my videos, I think that there are, well, I know that there are, currently it says over 140K. So with that being said, right now it is not showing like an estimated revenue, but knowing that it hasn't been a full month yet, like the month of March is not over yet. I'm not sure exactly when it is going to happen, but knowing that it is going to happen, I'm sort of like mentally preparing for how I'm going to gift. And I was preparing on creating something to like creating merch ideas, and also like I have another idea that I'm working on, but I received some of the ingredients for something that I was intending on using, and it wasn't the right I'll say this, it wasn't the right fragrance. The fragrance that I purchased, there was damaging to one of the bottles, or it was leaking, and the potency of the fragrance isn't as strong as I need it to be. So I'm still working on one of my projects, and it is kind of for the channel, but I'm not sure. I'm in the process of getting it together. Now, while I'm working on that, I have another idea that I can share with you that I'm planning on doing another gifting, but it is for a you know what, I'm gonna save that, or no, I can tell it. I plan on gifting either a cruise or a travel to somewhere, or traveling to somewhere, like a trip to a subscriber, maybe in the near future or maybe in the future. So I'm doing that, and I plan on gifting in other ways also. And the reason that I have been so interested in doing this is because the channel wouldn't be successful without the people that are subscribing and watching the videos. But if you are watching the video right now, comment a emoji. And for you that maybe do not know what an emoji is, it is like the little smiley faces, or it's not like it's not yeah, it's like the little yellow smiley faces, or things like that, or the stars, or the unicorn that they have, like the little emojis. And if you don't know how to do that, like if you're older and don't know how to do that, just comment in the comment section, tuned in. And stay tuned for a actual live video that will be happening, where I will fully explain all of the things that I will be or that will be taking place on this channel. So if you like this so far, interact with the video, like it, comment. And just so you know, again, something that is happening is there will be a gifting of the amount of the first YouTube check. So make sure that you're watching the video all the way through. The winner could be you, you know? So interact with the video, like it. I'm trying to make sure that not only am I being successful, but you, possibly the winner, are successful also. So I also thought that it's important to say that, because some of you may thought that I forgot, and I haven't. In a world where there can be liars, somebody has to tell the truth. Or someone has to be truthful. I also thought that this was like really a really cool idea, because a lot of times I'll have ideas about things to talk about, and I'll be like, how could I make it interesting? And I'm not sure of any other medium that eats food on camera, like, you know, like especially like a mukbang, like the mukbang, and eating food on camera and talking about, like, you know, manifestations to come. I think that there are a lot of mediums who align with certain spiritual practices that keep them from doing things like this, like plant-based eating and eat to live, don't live to eat. You know, and I think that I was like, my first mind was saying that it thought that was boring, and we don't know when the last day. Well, I mean, we can know when the last day of our existence and the vessel that we are in. We don't know if it's going to be tomorrow or the next day. Who knows? 11:11. Anyway, I was thinking 11:11 was on the clock. You know, what way could the channel be interesting than to have like a common interest, especially like food. But I also enjoy talking, and I know with a lot of mukbangs, there aren't many people that do a lot of talking while they eat. And of course, the food could look a lot more appetizing if it didn't look so crisp. But, you know, we're learning on the way. It's a journey. A lot of people expect, oh, like it has to look a certain way and things like that. It'll get there. Okay? It'll get there. It'll get there. It'll get there. And when the channel gets so successful that they're like someday, like I'll be able to be so successful that I'll be able to have a nice car that I can probably get in some way. I thought about like, well, what I do know is that living in South Carolina, there are ways to like acquire certain foods, but there are certain things that I like have wanted to make, but they are in places that are so like places that I would have to order from. Like when I wanted to try the Wonder eggs, they were ordered from the place that they're made, which I think is in Texas. And so like I know a lot of like vegan content that I wanted to make. I would just have to order the food to be able to make it, and that like I think that was kind of but I've also thought of other ideas like traveling there, because, and again, I'll explain this in another video. It's something that I'm working on. So yeah, I didn't want to say the incorrect thing because it isn't set in stone, but it can easily happen, and it's going to happen. Yeah. So, but yeah, I explained it in another video. I kind of want to say it now, but I explained it in another video. Or explain it in a YouTube live video. So stay tuned for that. Hopefully that'll happen soon. I'm planning on that happening from like in April, like in the beginning week of April. Maybe not April 1st because that's April Fool's Day, and y'all probably think it's a joke. But then again, you know what? I might do it on April 1st. So that way, yeah. But I think I want to, because I would want to speak about everything in the live video. I think I would want to do it when the money is like present, so that way I can know for sure that I will be able to, you know, yeah, I'll be able to do the gifting and do the explaining. But if I don't wait for it, like, I'll probably just do it on April 1st, because then it'll be getting ready to happen, and that way you will have time to enter for the gifting giveaway. I think like a 2-week period will be long enough for people to enter. What do you think? Oh, you saw where? Well, if you follow me on TikTok, you saw where I was speaking about how Nikki. I said something about Nikki having a pregnancy, or there being something like that she was probably creating, like she was pregnant with something, and I also explained how pregnancy can, or the child can be something that you are creating. And so she recently posted on Instagram that today she would be gifting something, or she had a surprise for the Barbs. Or a surprise. Gag City surprise, I guess. I'm not sure if it was just for the Barbs, but it was a surprise that she had. So, yeah. Nikki, also, she, y'all know that woman that cheat on some trivia now. She'll cheat on some trivia. On some Nikki trivia. But I thought that this was important to say too. She said for Nikki trivia, she was gonna be ready in like 15 minutes. Girl, I don't know why that 15 minutes took 4 hours. Why it took 4 hours? I don't know. But it took 4 hours for her to do Nikki trivia. So I didn't go to the concert or show. And I still don't know whether it is considered just a show, you know? Like the Gag City World Tour show. I want to call it a concert so bad. But anyway, I was thinking she knew what she was doing, because it's like, girl, like, you said you was gonna be ready in 15. You was gonna be doing and Nikki trivia in 15 minutes, and why that 15 minutes to 4 hours? Who knows? And then on top of that, you giving them the 3 seconds to answer a question. Here's a tip for the Barbs that do Nikki trivia, because I know some people like are still confused. You can answer the question within 3 seconds. So when she started counting down, start answering the question. But I didn't realize that, you know, I could have probably had me a cheat sheet. I could have probably had me a cheat sheet during the before she started Nikki trivia. I could have had me a cheat sheet, but I was so tired. I was like, ain't nobody got time for Nikki shenanigans for her to be giving 3 seconds and be cheating like she be cheating, and she know she be cheating. It said she be cheating. I said, girl, if I should have been getting ready a cheat sheet. A cheat sheet, just like she be cheating. Yeah, but maybe that's a tip for another barb that is going to be trying to contribute. And y'all, give me my 10s now, or not even give me my 10s, but remember that I tipped you off with that tip. Cheat sheet, cause she be cheating. A cheat sheet, cause she be cheating. And then gonna give 3 seconds to answer a question, girl. Love you. Yeah, girl. I always have had interest in doing those big old what they call them, crustaceans. But yeah, anyway, I think that is a video for another day. I'm pretty sure that there's more that I could speak about. I do want to say a special thanks to all of the reoccurring and new subscribers. I will be explaining in another video also why I have decided to maybe I should I explained it in a, just be ready for this for the new subscribers, or not some new subscribers. That may be a sign. Be ready for the live YouTube video that I'll be doing, where I'll be explaining everything that'll be happening with the channel, the gifts that I will be doing. I will also, I'm sure that there's so much more that I could have added in this video that was spiritual knowledge, and so I'll be preparing to hopefully do this mukbang idea again. But I think that there's going to be a need to cleanse the palate and do some cleansing or fasting so that I can, you know, make sure that the body is healthy enough to do something like that. But if you enjoyed this video, I enjoyed this video, and my ancestors are telling me to trust, so there may be something else that I am needing to add in this video. And I wanted to say that I am waiting on the Pink Friday nails to arrive. I thought that they would be here by now, but I was saving this conversation, or the majority of this conversation that I'm about to speak about, in that video. But I can start it with saying that with noticing that the bridge happening, the bridge collapsing in Baltimore, and other events that had taken place, I wanted to say that when things like that are happening, become aware of the cycles of the moon and the energetic changes in the atmosphere and things like that. Because here's the thing, while or after or during filming of this video, I started receiving a pain at the back of my, like the under my shoulder blade in my back. And I'm not going to fully explain what that could have meant in this video, and hopefully I'll remember it later. Well, my ancestors are saying that I should. I am a clairsentient being, which means that I have clear feeling in the divine, and we can all create our experience, and I believe that sometimes we create unconsciously, meaning that we can say things or we can do things that create certain experiences in our life. And what I was eating earlier was pork shoulder, ribs, pork shoulder, Boston butt, and things like that. So I was like, is it because I ate those things that I'm having some type of clairsentient feeling behind doing that? And vegan eating and things like that. So often I think like that, and that's why I also had chosen a plant-based life in the past. But now I have just been kind of experimenting with knowing, with truth and knowing. But I want to say that as Mercury is beginning in retrograde, according to the internet, on April 1st through most of April to the 24th, become aware of things that happen during full moons. And last night was a full moon when so this is a pre-recorded video, but it is being delivered on Good Friday. So become aware of the full moons and the Mercury retrogrades and things like that during times of things that are happening, because we are spiritual beings having a human experience. I thought that maybe my ancestors were wanting me to share that the container ship had a explosion on the ship, and many containers, and there were said to be dozens of cars and people on the ship that plunged into the water, or after the bridge had been crashed into. But there was also like a explosion on the container ship. With that being said, I am sending condolences of, I was going to say condolent energies, but condolences to those who were or had been affected by the experience of the Baltimore Bridge collapsing. Loving and kind energies to those beings. And yeah, I can't think of anything else that I may need to tell you guys. So until the next video, I was very grateful to do this video. I enjoyed it, and hopefully you did also. And with that being said, like the video, comment, subscribe if you haven't already, and interact with the video. And until we see each other again, toodaloo, I love you.